Aloha! Welcome to Paul Catalina's Top 5 Big 12 QBs, presented by Texas Beef House. Please be sure to use our promo code SICK'EM10 at checkout for 10% off your first order. And we're going to dive into the Big 12 QBs. So I fully expect, by the way, an Oklahoma State fan to get mad at me because Alan Bowman is not on this list. And let me just tell you, wet blanket at all your minions, he was never going to be. He wasn't even in the top 10. He might have been in the top 10, but he was not going to make this list. This was challenging to make. The Big 12 is a better quarterback league than I think most nationally realize. Number 5, Cam Rising at Utah. Why so low for a guy who's a two-time conference champion? Because of that guy right there. This guy exploded a year ago. And look, you see I put a little dot on it. That guy exploded a year ago, and I'm not sure he's going to be Cam Rising again. If Cam Rising can be Cam Rising again, he's going to shoot up this list. But if he's a shell of himself, that's not going to be good at all for Utah because it's hard to readjust to playing in a different style. So, Cam Rising at number 5. At number 4, Shedeur Sanders. Maybe the most athletically gifted quarterback of this bunch, but he only has 4 wins as a starting quarterback at the FBS level. And while I think he'll be good and he'll be better this year, I just don't, and he's going to be a high draft pick. All those things are true about Shedeur Sanders. I'm going to keep him at 4. He's a huge playmaker. He's going to do great things in the Big 12. He's going to have some big games and big numbers, but wins are an important thing to me. I know it wasn't all his fault or really any of his fault, but they should be better this year with better players around him. I'm still going to rank him at number 4 because there's just also some leadership things that I'm not nuts about going on with Shedeur right now. Needs to grow up a little bit. I think it's something that can be solved, but still, it's why he's at number 4. Number 3, Jalon Daniels at Kansas. Why is this guy, who I think is the best overall quarterback in the Big 12, at number 3 and not at number 1? Well, he only played 3 games last year. So much like Cam Rising, I got to hedge my bets here, and he's the big what if for Kansas. If Jalon Daniels plays all 12 games, this is a Kansas team where the sky's the limit. If they have to go back and forth, or he only plays 3 games again, that's going to be bad news. For a team that'll probably still be good without him, but not quite as great as they could be with him, because he is an absolute difference maker and a gamer. But if that back flares up again, then it's kind of all over the shouting for Jalon Daniels. Number 2, Avery Johnson at Kansas State. I picked Kansas State to win the league. Avery Johnson is, essentially a redshirt freshman. I mean, he played a little bit last year and played really well when he did. Texas Tech knows he scored 5 touchdowns against them. He had a great performance in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. And with the backfield he has, with the offensive line he's going to have, even though they're replacing a lot of guys, he's going to make waves. I think Kansas State wins the Big 12. I think it's very much on the arm and legs of Avery Johnson, who's a dual-threat superstar. But, again, he's still young. I think the most polished and established quarterback right now, without any of the big what-if questions, Noah Fifita, number 1 from Arizona. This guy's probably going to be the highest draft pick of all of them when it's all said and done. He is really, really, really good. He has brought Arizona out of the shadows, out of the darkness, and has them where people think they could win the Big 12 in the first year. When you've got a quarterback like this, that shortens a lot of rebuilds, and especially with a new coaching staff. But he's got the best receiver in the Big 12, in Teteroa McMillan. He is fantastic. He's going to be really good in this conference, and he's going to light some things up. So right now I've got Noah Fifita at number 1, but believe me, this list is fluid, and I really, really wanted to put KJ Jefferson on here somehow, and if Cam Rising wasn't coming back, KJ Jefferson probably would have been on this list, but he's not. Noah Fifita from Arizona at number 1, and I'm fortifying my house for the onslaught of Oklahoma State fans who are going to be mad that Alan Bowman is not on this list. So, Craig picked you guys at 3rd after Smokey and I picked you at 4th. Isn't that something? That's something for today? Please don't hurt us. This is 365 Sports. We're wrapping it up right now.